From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by Renault Quid. Powered by Car Dekho. Siska Wires and Cables. Kamla Pasand. PolicyBazaar.com. And MP Birla Cement.
Good evening and welcome. I want to start with some breaking news. We've just got some information that Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi's right-hand man, Ahmed Patel, the person who runs and organizes all the money for the Congress party, has just rushed to the house of a person called Moin, S.M. Moin. His house is in Geeta Colony in New Delhi. We are tracking the story very closely. He's the Congress worker whose house is being raided by the IT authorities. And there are reports that large amounts of cash have been stashed there. The pictures are on your screen. These are exclusive pictures, viewers. Breaking here for the first time. Here is, you can see, Ahmed Patel is sitting there. Aishwarya will give us more. Big breaking news story. He's sitting at the residence of the Congress worker, preventing the IT raids from going on. So Rahul Gandhi has sent his man to prevent the IT raids from going on. Now, I think this is really shocking, because if there is a lot of cash at his house, we need to know how much cash there is. Ahmed Patel personally blocking the IT raids shows that he's obviously quite scared about some information coming out, and he doesn't want SM Moin to be questioned. Does SM Moin, this Congress worker, know something that Ahmed Patel wants to stop? There have been a big talk about hawala money, cash from Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka, Congress-ruled states, being brought in. We are tracking this story very, very closely. Big breaking story. We'll go to Aishwarya in a bit. But once again, good evening and welcome. The other big story this evening is that the BJP manifesto aims at 2020, and it doesn't really target freebies to win. We're back to the lead story. That doesn't really target freebies to win. Instead, the BJP manifesto takes a hard posture. Can I go back? It takes a very hard posture, contrasting its tough stand on internal and national security as a differentiator to that of the opposition. That's news story number one. The other big story is that the latest C-Voter poll, which I have with me today, indicates that a 2% swing to the NDA takes it past 300. So broadly, all the opinion polls are beginning to show the NDA go from above 260, 270, 280, now the swing, with the swing factor crossing 300. The NDA number rising, is that the reason why the Mahagathbandhan and the Congress seem to be openly calling for a consolidation of the Muslim vote in their favor, openly violating the Election Commission guidelines? So there's a lot of talk of cash, there's a pushing of the Muslim vote. Will there be a reverse polarization on the other side? Big events that are all following one after the other, and all subjects of debate on this Monday edition of The Debate this evening. I'm starting with debate number one in just 2 minutes from now, viewers. And that's going to be a follow-up of the BJP manifesto. If you look at the whole BJP manifesto, they say it's a manifesto for 2022 rather than for the next 5 years. Why is that so? That's debate number one. Debate number two this evening, viewers, at 10 o'clock this evening. Nirmala Sitharaman's joining me, by the way, in a few minutes on the BJP manifesto on putting national security first. And debate number two this evening, viewers. Debate number two this evening, the open fight for the Muslim vote. Mayawati and Congress openly fighting and calling for the Muslim vote. Debate number three, viewers, after that at 10:30 p.m. this evening. Debate number three this evening is on cash, 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 cash. Cash, stash and hawala. The breaking story this evening, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on The Debate Tonight.
उनके सपनों का भारत समर्पित करने की दिशा में कुछ अहम काम कर ले, पूरा कर ले। इस उद्देश्य से 75 वर्ष 75 लक्ष्य।
It's not a 5-year manifesto. BJP releases vision document with a 3-year delivery.
is not prepared with a tukde mindset. It's not even prepared with an Ivy League mindset. This has been prepared with a strong nationalist vision.
Zero tolerance on terror, no compromise on internal security. BJP says nation first in our election blueprint.
कांग्रेस के साथियों का शासन, सो कॉल्ड गठबंधन वालों का जो शासन था, वो शासन से जो निराशा जन्मी थी, वो निराशा ने नरेंद्र मोदी में एक आशा देखी और ये आशा को जनादेश में जनता ने परिवर्तित किया।
No sops, no frills, no freebies. BJP presents forward-looking manifesto for aspirational India.
जम्मू कश्मीर में बारूद है, आप चिंगारी फेंकोगे तो ना जम्मू कश्मीर रहेगा, तो ना हिंदुस्तान रहेगा, और ना यहाँ जो पूरा खित्ते में आग लग जाएगी।
Mehbooba and Omar give parallel open calls to break India over the BJP's promise of Article 370 and 35A.
मैं खास तौर से मुस्लिम समाज के लोगों को ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि आप लोगों को भावनाओं में बहकर, रिश्ते नातों यार दोस्तों के चक्कर में आकर अपने वोट को बांटना नहीं है।
Polarization never been this blatant. Congress and Mayawati openly compete for the Muslim vote. And from Bhopal to Bengaluru, it's raining dirty money this election. Where is this all cash coming from? This is a breaking news story on the debate this evening. Before we tell you all the details in a full news report on the BJP manifesto, I have with me on top of the debate this evening on what appears to be a manifesto for 2022, Defence Minister, senior BJP leader, Nirmala Sitharaman. Nirmala Sitharaman, would it be fair to say that internal security and national security are the number one issues in this manifesto compared to 2014? Can you hear me, Ms. Sitharaman?
Hello.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me, Ms. Sitharaman? Good evening. Oh, that no one's ever told me that, but I will try to be louder, Ms. Sitharaman. The question is, in the 2019 manifesto, internal security and national security are the first 2 pages. This is a greater priority than it was in 2014. Is this a deliberate increase in focus on national security and internal security? Oh, okay. Okay, I don't think I'm getting her live yet, so I'll take a break, and here are the details of the BJP manifesto released earlier today.
In 3 days from now, India will vote in the first phase of 2019 general elections. Today, a confident BJP unveiled its manifesto, setting a 3-year target for itself to deliver on 75 promises.
तब हम उनके सपनों का भारत समर्पित करने की दिशा में कुछ अहम काम कर लें, पूरा कर लें। इस उद्देश्य से 75 वर्ष 75 लक्ष्य।
6 days after the Congress manifesto shocked India, BJP has firmly put the focus on nationalism and national security.
In a season of manifestos, is not prepared with a tukde mindset. It's not even prepared with an Ivy League mindset.
And here's why the BJP manifesto is a 180-degree contrast from that of the Congress parties. While the BJP promises to keep India first, Congress manifesto resorts to tukde appeasement. While the BJP promises to strengthen armed forces, Congress promises to scrap Armed Forces Special Powers Act. While the BJP promises to eliminate Maoist terror in the next 5 years, Congress promises a proposal to win them over.
देखिए, ये तो हाई फ्लाई लोग हैं ना सब, ये लट्टियंस दिल्ली के चुनिंदे लोग हैं जो मैनिफेस्टो बनाते हैं, और ये लट्टियंस दिल्ली तक ही रह जाएगा।
A decisive policy for the further integration of Kashmir. The promise to abrogate both Article 370 and Article 35A has irked parties in Jammu and Kashmir.
तो जम्मू कश्मीर न सिर्फ जम्मू कश्मीर को, न सिर्फ मुल्क को, बल्कि पूरे खित्ते को जला के राख कर देगा। तो इसलिए मेरी वार्निंग है बीजेपी वालों को कि आप आग के साथ खेलना बंद कर दो।
A promise to explore all options to build the Ram Temple, an issue that no political party has spoken about in its manifesto. A bold manifesto with no sops and focus on an aspirational India. It has no payoffs, instead has a vision for entrepreneurs.
कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपनी प्रतिबद्धता दोहराई है बार बार कि 2022 तक हम नए भारत का निर्माण करेंगे जब आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे होंगे।
With the focus on the last mile, has the BJP hit home with its vision document? Let's debate.
Is the focus on internal security and national security deliberate? Is that the principal focus? Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, is that a deliberate principal focus? Is your intention to bring out more and more strongly the contrast between your manifesto and those of others on the issue of internal and national security? Ms. Sitharaman, can you hear me? Ms. Sitharaman, can you hear me?
I wish you a bit louder. I wish you were a bit louder.
Ms. Sitharaman, I'll try. Okay, so Ms. Sitharaman, I'll just speak. So, I think there's a problem in the audio line. I will try to be louder and I'll make it short as well. My question to you is there a deliberate attempt to contrast your party's position on national and internal security with that of your political rivals?
There's no deliberate attempt at all, Arnab. I think today we should realize that the context post-Pulwama is that we have taken certain decisions which is aimed at containing terror, which is particularly coming from our neighbor Pakistan. But nationalism and thinking of the country and putting our country as the topmost priority for BJP is nothing new. From Jan Sangh's days, when Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee went to Srinagar to raise this whole voice against talking about two different Samvidhan, two different flags, he stood for this whole point of this country shall have only one flag, one president, one constitution, and one country is what we have been fighting for from the days of Jan Sangh. So nationalism or putting our country top of the agenda is nothing new for BJP.
Ms. Sitharaman, why haven't you named Pakistan in your manifesto?
Yes.
In 2014, you named Pakistan in terms of Pakistan-backed terror groups. Why haven't you named Pakistan this time around?
I'm not sure if there's any specific reason why we would have named or why we wouldn't have named, but we are very repeatedly saying that terror fountainhead lies in Pakistan. There's no way in which anyone, even if they wish to, can hide this fact. And if anything, we are the ones who have very clearly taken a call on isolating Pakistan. And in international fora and also when we talk bilaterally, we are very clearly asking Pakistan to take all the necessary steps to contain terror. So there's no shying away from it.
Ms. Sitharaman, you mentioned the revocation of the Article 370 once again. Is this just a manifesto appeasement tactic? You haven't done anything in the last 5 years.
Well, Arnab, you will appreciate that there are several issues such as the Article 370, which is not being discussed only today. We have been discussing 370 for a long time, not just for discussion's sake, but because we need to have a larger consensus in this country about what it does towards the gradual integration of Jammu and Kashmir. If anything, is it helping or is it delaying the integration of J&K? So on 370, we've been talking for a very long time, and we have stated, and we have not changed our position. We are not even undermining opposition. We are having the commitment enough to say it even now, and saying it because we need all parties to understand what it is doing to Jammu and Kashmir. So it's not as if we are saying, we've said it earlier, but we are not able to do anything, but we are building the consensus on it.
Right. Ms. Sitaraman, your manifesto mentions 35A. You haven't mentioned 35A last time. Then are you trying to undo your mistake of a tie-up with the PDP, which is now using it to threaten violence on the other side?
Whether we mentioned specifically the 35A last time or not, the issue that, for example, among many other things, for example, women are denied their right to their inherited property if they were to marry anybody from outside of J&K, is one thing which we can take as an outcome of 35A. Is that right? Can it continue? We have raised these issues with or without referencing to 35A even before. So 35A's mentioned now doesn't mean that, oh, we woke up one morning and we brought it in now. But related fallout of 35A being in place has been discussed by BJP several times, and I've taken one example of it for your consideration.
Well, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, thank you very much. We're now leading up to a debate on the manifesto, and let's see if you can get the swing factor of 3%, as today's poll says, to take the NDA over 300. Thank you very much. That's Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. And now, let's debate. Nalin Kohli, General Bakshi, Gaurav Arya, Smita Prakash, Lalit Ambardar, Dr. Fuad Halim, Syed Aslam, Farooq Khan, Ravi Srivastava, and Iftikhar Misgard. That's a big panel, big manifesto, big day. And I open the debate between Nalin Kohli on the one side and Fuad Halim on the other. You know, Fuad, you wish you had a manifesto like this, but you can't. Because you can't promise a free hand to the forces you'd like to. You can't give more powers to the army you'd like to, but you've diluted the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. You know something? This is a pro-nation, pro-nationalist manifesto. And in a national election, nationalism, pro-nation matters. Fuad Halim, do you regret you did not take a tougher line on issues concerning national security, leaving the entire floor open for the BJP to take over?
Well, the first thing I'd like to say, Arnab, is that, the Bharatiya Janata Party as an organization has never ever been very committed to election manifestos. If you remember, the last time they released the election manifesto when a large portion of India had already voted.
That's a very weak start.
And theirs is the last manifesto to be released. So, let me finish. Their commitment to actually giving an idea to India, which people will consider and then vote, has never been very strong. And their, what you call, lackadaisical attitude in which, despite being in government, their basic commitment to a democratic exercise that people will consider their proposal for the next 5 years seriously can be understood that they are releasing the manifesto just a few days before and the last in the list. The second thing I'd say, Arnab, I was going through the manifesto, I was looking for employment as a heading, because if you remember, India in the next 5 years, I think so, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, concerned doesn't have anything to do with employment, which is why I think so they've not mentioned it anyway in the entire manifesto. And I was searching, maybe it's too early, 45 pages is the big document, but I didn't find employment. I didn't find any of the speakers right through the day talking about employment being an issue as far as India is concerned.
Nalin, are you undermining? Nalin, are you undermining unemployment while pushing up national security? Got the point. Let him respond. Let him respond. It's a big debate. Many panelists. Let him respond. Nalin.
Certainly not. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has been speaking of mudra, which is some 15 crore people have taken loans, or when we are talking of self-employment in a manifesto, when we are talking of becoming a 5 trillion economy,
Nalin, could you just tell me
jobs
which
is a
page
part
has
of
the
it.
word employment?
Who's going to make the economy human? I didn't disturb Mr. Fahad Aleem. Mr. Fahad Aleem, please wait. Let me finish my point,
No, I
Mr.
just want a
Fahad
simple
Aleem.
question. You are the party in power.
So therefore, what I was saying is that this is a government.
You use the word employment in your manifesto.
Oh, come on, Mr. Halim. We understand the left parties require some employment, and therefore you all are so determined about it. The people of India are creating unemployment for you. But on a more serious note, yes, we are going into an election with performance, not with words. Because in implementing Das Capital, you all have got yourself implemented out of office. We are going into an election with words, not with words. We are going in with a performance.
Now let's come down to the
performance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. Our government, not just on jobs, where airports have been doubled, they will be doubled further. Mr. Goswami, will you stop Mr. Fahad Aleem? He's just interrupting me. Just because they want to do this politics of, pick up a agenda and start implementing and disturbing people.
No, the debate is on. It's a relevant question. No.
Accountability.
Mr. Fahad Aleem, you have to let me speak.
Accountability. Which part of the manifesto actually gives an account of the performance?
Our accountability is to the people of India, and certainly not the left parties.
Please tell me that.
What is your accountability to India and India's nationalism? Why don't you tell us, sir, what is your accountability to India and India's nationalism? Nationalist interest, not China. I'm talking about India. I'm talking about India, not China. Just to tell you, from 1962 onwards, I thought we should be clear. We are a party committed to strong nationalism of India, protecting India's interests, standing with the Indian
I'd like to get in Nalin Kohli. We're on the debate. I'd like to get in GD Bakshi.
I'm pointing out India.
I'd like to get in Ravi Srivastava as well.
5 years.
Ravi Srivastava, Syed Aslam and GD Bakshi. National interest matters. This is my point is the manifestos are out. The agenda of each party is set. Their promises for 2019 are all there to see. And the issue is, when it comes to the issue of nationalism and national security, BJP and Congress and other non-BJP parties are complete contrasts of each other. People will react to it, will they not? It's an election, for God's sake. GD Bakshi is on the debate. Ravi Srivastava, feel free to come in. Syed Aslam at this point. Yes, please. GD Bakshi, yes. GD Bakshi first. Syed Aslam, let him speak first.
Can I please? Arnab,
GD Bakshi goes. Hello. Please be patient.
Please, sir, we can't mix up names. I thought my name was GD Bakshi.
Job of the ruling government. You don't need
thank you
for that. You don't have a manifesto.
What's wrong with this guy, Arnab?
I can tell you one more
I thought
thing.
you clearly asked me to speak.
Manifesto.
I have no idea. You can tell me any amount of things. He asked me to speak. Can I kindly speak?
Crime against the women. Crime against the women.
Arnab, can you please ask this gentleman to let somebody else have a say, especially when you have asked him?
Please, let me finish.
Hey, what do you mean?
Let
Arnab,
me finish. No, he asked me first.
What? Finish what? You want us to
let
speak?
Let me finish. Then you start.
He did not ask you. You better get your ears examined.
Please, I'm telling you. He asked me. No, he asked me. I'm saying manifesto, crime against women. There will be stricter laws. Just read that word over there. What kind of manifesto is this? What kind of message this government wants to give for the crime against the women? They say they will make stricter laws for
I'm talking about national security
against women.
We are debating national security now. Why are you running away from it?
Can I please come in?
You discuss Iftikhar.
Arnab, can I please come in?
This is
Will you ask this gentleman to keep his bloody mouth shut?
National security is the job of the government. You don't need a manifesto for that. You don't need a Sankalp Patra for that.
You don't need a manifesto for it.
Government is in the
That's
power,
silly.
That's
silly.
I think
this is an admission of defeat.
Arnab, can I please come in now?
Employment.
Arnab, can I please come in now?
Please wait.
These are the things what you need in the manifesto.
Yes, GD Bakshi.
Arnab, ask him to be decent.
Article 320.
Can I?
2 sessions. Nothing else. Nothing happened.
Arnab, what I would like to point out to this ridiculous gentleman who's so fond of his own voice is that there are others on the debate. Number one. Number two, Arnab, I thought one of the basic things in this debate was the recent events that stemmed from the massacre at Pulwama. For the last 30 years, the citizens of this country have been taking it on the chin. They have been getting killed, and over 80,000 of them have been killed. The most basic right, Arnab, is the right to life.
National security.
All other rights stem from the right to life. I can have a right to food, to education, to jobs, providing I'm alive. And in the last 30 years, the Pakistanis have been waging an unrelenting terrorist offensive against us. And we have been at the receiving end as citizens. We thought that this would frame the national security debate, because somebody at the end of the day has to be concerned about the loss of lives of ordinary citizens. These people who are feeling very smug and safe aren't the least concerned about the killing of Indian citizens. We thought the Congress would also mention it in their manifesto. They went into denial. They tried to treat it as a non-issue. The death of citizens, the death of ordinary Indian citizens is a non-issue.
Iftikhar.
And on the contrary, they have gone on a back foot by trying to say national security is no issue. We will shut
one more thing.
Hand and foot. We will remove troops from J&K. Possibly they forgot to mention that they will hand over J&K on the platter to Pakistan. Is that what it is going to be?
Yes, General Sahab, we heard you. Thank you so much. We heard you. Thank you so much. National security is an integral part of any party's manifesto.
I'd like to also bring in an important point at this stage. I'd like to bring in a very important point at this stage. No, if you, I want to tell you something. You were sometimes you may be given an impression. Sometimes you may be given an impression. One second, please. May I speak a word? Now, please, gentlemen. Listen to me, Aslam. Listen to me, Aslam, and 4 of us on the debate. You see, sometimes there is an attempt to give an impression. Aslam, listen to me. I'll educate you. Farooq, listen to me. I'm educating you. Smita is on the debate. She'll debate with you, but you have to be calm. Lalit Ambardar, hear me. I'm going to shock you now. If you're ready to be shocked, tell me and I will shock you. I'd never do anything without warning. Please tell me, are you ready to be shocked? Farooq?
Respond to your shock.
Yeah, I will. But if you're ready to be shocked,
give time. You just give shock by not letting it speak.
I will shock you. And this will shock a lot of people who are saying today that in this manifesto there is only talk of security and internal security and national security issues, and on core issues that concern the people of this country there isn't focus. Smita, this has been done, this is very good research. You know the word which comes up the maximum number of times in the BJP manifesto? You know what that word is? Lalit, you know? You know, Farooq? You don't know. Okay. I'm not surprised. The word is development, which comes up 93 times in the manifesto. 1 minute! It tells you about the focus, for God's sake.
Only word.
Now let me answer that.
1 second, let me stun you further. No. You can't answer without hearing the full thing. No, you don't want to hear half the truth. What do you mean it is? Please listen to me. Don't be superficial. This is not a JDS meeting. 1 second. Okay. I'll tell you one more thing. The word security, Smita, comes up 44 times. Half that of the word development. The word education comes up 41 times. The word farmer comes up 41 times. The word infrastructure comes up 41 times. The word health comes up 29 times. The word technology 29 times. Agriculture 24 times. And by the way, the word employment/job, for your kind information, Fuad, which I want to tell you, I wish you were more aware, comes up 14 times. So this concerted lie that you're spreading, that the BJP manifesto focuses on internal and national security at the expense of education, farmers, infrastructure, health, technology, agriculture, economy, youth, and jobs, is a damn big L-I-E lie. Do you realize? No, never lie before me. Understood?
Right.
Thank you. There's no response required.
No,
you
asked the question.
See, it's a banal.
No, you say and then Smita will respond.
Let me, it's a what? It's a banal. It's a
what's banal? What's boring?
Very, it is a complete repetition of 2014 manifesto.
That's
the benchmark, Arnab, for evaluation.
Why can't you respond?
The benchmark for evaluation.
What did I say? The benchmark for evaluation?
You are allowed to speak.
Nobody's here to
Please be quiet.
Give me 60 seconds to put 4 points. My point is very simple. In 2014 manifesto of BJP should be taken as a benchmark for evaluation in 2019.
Let's
go back to 2014 manifesto. Let's see the promises made by the BJP, and in 2019 let's evaluate it.
Good.
What you want? So 2 crore job, 15 lakh rupees, farmer 50% additional compensation above their markup cost. Everything has been left out.
I think
only you want to mention the words. It's such a boring thing. Had the BJP implemented 2014 manifesto, India would have become a superpower now. And
you let Smita respond to you before I pulverize you.
Just one more point.
I think you're my onion for tonight.
As far as national security is concerned, it is indeed of paramount national interest.
Why did you compromise?
No, but
why did you compromise?
You don't please.
Why did Congress
hide
compromise?
behind the national security.
Who's hiding?
BJP is hiding. BJP is hiding. They don't want to discuss the issues.
Nalin, call you first. Before that, Smita Prakash, we're on the debate. Go on, Smita, 1 second.
Which affects the common man.
Thank you. I don't think your argument really worked.
Really?
No, I don't think
Thank you very much.
It didn't work.
Thank you.
It didn't work.
I need this certificate from you. Thank you.
You know, I don't give you a certificate.
I need this certificate from you. Thank you very much.
Smita is responding after that, Nalin. First Smita, then Nalin. And then after that, I will, grill you. Yeah.
Really? Thank you.
Smita, you would like to respond to him on his understanding of the manifesto?
What about this? No, the whole concept that this is very boring. I mean, if you wanted something exciting, then watch a Karan Johar movie, no? Not go through a manifesto or a vision document. A vision document is all about numbers, it's all about promises, may not have the big ticket items which would have got you extremely excited. But this is a vision document, this does not have exact numbers. No, please sir, you have had a complete spiel when you have been able to talk.
2014 manifesto as a benchmark for evaluation of government performance. What's wrong in it?
Not let anybody talk.
The benchmark has to be taken 2014.
Look, this is a vision document.
Then I'll come to you.
When it comes to a vision document, this is not a budget. When it is a vision document, there is a goal that between words and deeds there should be very little discrepancy. That is why the BJP has come out with a vision document, and in this vision document they have managed to speak to what they claim 6 crore people through 300 drugs and WhatsApp conversations. And that is why they have gone through with a fine-tooth comb.
1 minute, wait.
To let that question being asked.
1 second, please, Smita. One sec. The gentleman sitting on my left, I'd like to tell everyone, is called Farooq Khan. If they can just wait a minute. Smita, wait a minute. Gaurav, I'm coming back to you on the issue of national security. But I would like to pick this up.
Arnab,
what he's saying compared to 2014 to
evaluate.
I tell you one thing, viewers. I have often observed. I have often observed. Viewers, I want to say something to you tonight. Viewers, that I have often observed that there are some panelists who throw a challenge. And when I accept the challenge and I say, let's debate it, and I don't say take this way or that, I say today that I'll present, he says, discuss 2014 and now. Let's discuss 2014 and now. I'll pick up 4 issues if you agree. and we'll discuss 2014 and now.
Allow me to respond.
Yes.
And to debate with you.
Yes. Viewers,
if you want a unilateral discussion, it's all right.
Viewers, I will allow him to debate. The rules of the debate are very simple. You decide who knows their facts or not. Behind me is Farooq Khan. He supports the Congress blindly. I will now bring in 4 facts from 2014. 1 minute.
Do I need to be a congressman only?
I need to tell you.
As an individual Indian, I don't have voice to speak.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Then
we must have an informed debate.
Why you need to brand me as a congressman?
Okay, viewers, the first point is just, we will be very calm in this point.
One, please. Also, give me time to rebut.
Just 1 minute. You're not the only person. I first pick up. We'll pick up a few promises of 2014 and we say whether it swings it. The first issue, Ravi, I'd like to come to you, is on the issue of GST. On GST, in the 2014 manifesto, the BJP promised that we shall work towards with the state governments to usher in the GST in an appropriate time frame. For implementing the same, a robust IT network will be put in place. I'm reading from the 2014 manifesto. Please debate with Nalin. My information is that on 1st July 2017, despite all the political problems, the Modi government successfully launched the GST tax reform at midnight. Is this, first of all, is this a delivery or not delivery as per your definition, Ravi? Example 1.
It's only a part.
Example 1.
It's only
Continue.
a part and a faulty delivery. Let me confirm it to you. Now, point is,
one nation, one tax, one market. What faulty?
Who was opposing the GST?
What are you talking about?
All through. One nation, one tax, one market, and you start with the 6 slabs of the tax.
But it happened, no.
And you say it's a successful.
Nalin Kohli on the debate.
It was utter nonsense. Utter nonsense.
I don't know what successful.
Mr. Goswami, these are the compulsive contrarians. They only see that even a glass half full is not half empty for them, it's fully empty. They have to find fault. GST, the biggest exercise ever in the world of such a mammoth scale, has been done, successfully done. We are down to 3 tax rates. A lot of items are free. Some of them are in the 5%, some in the 15%. The sin tax of 28% is almost over.
Doom the business.
No, I mean, what is it? Isn't it implemented? It's implemented before the tenure of this government is over. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's leadership has done so.
Second example, Ravi, don't get emotional. Ravi, don't get emotional. Fuad, my next question is to you, Fuad. Fuad, are you listening? Are you there? Fuad, Smita, we're all on the debate. 1 minute. My question is to Fuad. Fuad, the second promise of 2014, Smita is also on the debate. We are being very accurate now. I'm reading from what was put out bjp.org. They said we will rein in inflation. Now, the CPI inflation, which was 8% in February 2014 during the Congress-left government, has come down massively in past 4 years. From 8% in February 2014, it is 2.57% in February 2019. In your view, is this fulfillment of a promise or not? Let's be very specific. Don't tell me you like me or don't like me. I gave you a fact. Please tell me. I'm debating factually.
You start off with a wrong premise.
Prices are not important?
The 2000...
Inflation is a wrong premise? This is remarkable.
Let me finish.
Inflation affects people, Fuad. Inflation affects people, Fuad.
I know it's your
You say I should not debate inflation?
If you do not even want
onions.
2014 and the government prior to it was not a Congress left government. Okay, so you're wrong on that. Let's be very
okay,
clear.
Whatever. That's but it was a Congress. Congress and left are inseparable. That's why I said it.
So that's a wrong premise.
No, but Congress and left it can't be separated, no, at a national or state level. They're all the same.
Matter. Your opinion
No, but why don't you tell me about your inflation numbers in 2014, the inflation numbers in 2019? No, inflation numbers in February 2014, 8% inflation numbers. In February 2019, 2.87%.
Let us come to that.
What is wrong?
Now, let us come to the core issues. The core issues is that the calculations regarding these figures have been jiggered by the BJP government.
Oh my God, this is not.
This is figured the figures on the question of the.
I think you are not
these
comfortable.
Figured figures. Let's be very clear. Now let's come to the core. Let's come to the core question.
What figures? Yeah, come on.
When the prices of oil.
Core issue is what? Electrification, clean fuel.
When the prices of oil impact.
Ayushman Bharat.
Arnab, you want to raise your voice, you can raise your voice.
What are you saying?
Ayushman Bharat is the greatest scam where government money is going into private hands. Let's be very clear.
So where
the rupee was spent to the public
No,
health
you
system.
please, one second, please.
Let me finish.
What? Everyone is on the debate. Are you somewhere?
Government in the public health
are you somewhere now beginning to lose focus as the elections come closer?
The people. In the Ayushman Bharat program, the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to spend public money which is going to go as profit to the private insurance company.
Okay, now let me go. Now let me go back, Lalit Ambardar, to the issue of Iftikhar Misgal, Lalit Ambardar, and Gaurav Arya. Gaurav, Iftikhar Misgal, Lalit Ambardar.
Actually bolster up private.
Okay, Lalit, you start off the debate. I want to go back to the issue of national security.
Exactly.
Nation first, which we began with.
This is what we have been insisting upon. That 2019 is going to be election about national security. Please remember.
Is it really?
Of course it has to be. It has to be. You see the macabre dance, pan-Islamism inspired. I'm going to talk about it. Pan-Islamism inspired macabre dance of subversion being played by Muftis and Abdullah in the streets of Kashmir. No one is talking about that. No one is speaking against that. They are traitors. India has been feeding snakes in Kashmir for the past 70 years. Now with BJP, I will want to maintain pressure on Bharatiya Janata Party so that
you want to take a particular community.
Narendra Modi is going to be there. That's a foregone decision and conclusion of the nation. But if Narendra Modi is going to 2024, if they have not fulfilled 370 and 35 promise, I promise nobody is going to trust you, Narendra Modi, because resurgent India is all about national security. Resurgent India is all about national security, and we have proved it by Balakot. Balakot was historical. When you penetrated deep inside India, you broke the psychological barrier that Pakistan is invincible.
Is that going to be the first election? Historical security is the number one issue.
Arnab, I can't hear.
Loud, I can't hear them.
I just want to say one thing, Arnab, a very small point. Arnab, can you hear me, please?
Attankwadi was killed, I tell you, as part of propaganda. Propaganda is part of hybrid war.
Okay, please. You guys have said thousands have been killed. Okay, let Gaurav Arya come. Gaurav, is this going to be the first election in which national security becomes a key, not just one of the key issues, but the most important issue? One minute, which includes Kashmir. Yes, let's hear him.
Arnab, you know what? You're saying that this is the first time national security has become a key.
When Pulwama happened prior to the elections,
can I just make my point, please?
This is the only.
Continue, Gaurav. We won't give you permission.
Arnab, this guy is a heckler. He's not a debater. He's a heckler. He's heckling me.
To get the votes.
He's heckling me, Arnab. I need to speak. I need at least 30 seconds in a 1-hour debate to make my point. This person is heckling me. My point is this, Arnab. It is not just in this election. National security should be an important and a primary point in each and every single election. General G.D. Bakshi gave the data of over 80,000 people killed because of our conflict with Pakistan in wars, in terrorism, insurgency, etc. Now, I want to say, is 80,000 lives? Forget about Pulwama. Pulwama came much later. It came a few months back. What about the 80,000 lives lost? We aren't even talking about that. Nobody is talking about the 5 lakh Pandits who were thrown out subject to rape, genocide, mass killings, pogroms in the Kashmir Valley. Where are the Pandits? Nobody is talking about the Pandits. So today,
last 5 years
everything, sir, please allow me to complete, sir. Please allow me to complete, sir. Don't heckle me. Don't heckle me. You're a heckler. You are a, listen. Ek minute, sir, please. No, listen. I want this terrorist from Kashmir to keep quiet. This terrorist from Kashmir needs to keep quiet. He's a terrorist. I am not. You talk to BJP. Don't talk to me. I'm not from the BJP. I'm not interested. I'm talking from a national security perspective. Okay, sure. All of us are terrorists. You're the only one. Okay, so keep quiet. I want to say, what about the Kashmiri Pandits? What about the Kashmiri Pandits?
Okay, fine.
What about
not during elections,
not
before
the 80,000 people that General G.D. Bakshi says has been killed in Kashmir or due to Pakistan? Nobody talks about them. National security should be an election issue in every single election and should be an issue with every single party. It should be an issue with the Congress party. It should be an issue with the left. It should be an issue with the BJP. Why not? Why not?
But how you say it's not an issue? How you
Well,
say
it's the first time that it is.
Did the Congress not mention it in their manifesto? Why the Congress did not mention
also on the debate forward.
They want to prepare. They want to prepare.
They compromising on Indian security. When they talk of reviewing the difference, they took a soft line. Armed forces, social powers.
They did, but they took a soft line. Yeah.
That is a dilution. You are trying to undermine the forces in Kashmir. Chidambaram says we are going to review 3 points about sexual harassment, custodial deaths and disappearances. Do you mean to say this is rampant in Islamic?
I think
Chidambaram and the support of
Arnab,
you want to use the footprints of Indian security forces in Kashmir.
Lalit, can I please come in, buddy?
Rahul Gandhi wants that. No nationalist Indian.
Okay,
Lalit, can I please?
Substantiated comments only. Don't make a fake comment.
2019 was a year in which India and Pakistan almost came close to a full-scale armed conflict.
Yeah.
You want to tell me
that
national security is not an issue in such a year?
Well, I think this is the first election in which national security comes up as perhaps the number one issue.
Yes.
And national security includes internal security as well. So whether it is position on Maoist terrorism or the threat from Pakistan or the issue of a strong hand to the forces in Kashmir, I am so happy it's come as the number one issue. It's a study in contrast there. I'll tell you more about that, including the big controversy about the cash raids when I'm back on the other side of the debate in a few minutes.